Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's ball game is between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Blue Jays today is Dave Lemanczyk, whose record is 4-6 with a 4.59 ERA. And pitching for Detroit is Jack Morris, whose record is 11-6 with a 3.79 ERA. And so yesterday we lost to the Red Sox. We were shut out 4-0, and that ended our 9-game winning streak. And with that loss and the Yankees win, we've actually fallen back to 5 games behind the Yankees. And so even with a 9-game winning streak, we've only gained 1 game. And the good news is we've been beating up on the lower ranked teams, the sub 500 teams, and today's no different. We have the Toronto Blue Jays, who are in 4th place in the American League East and are struggling. They have many Detroit Tigers on their team because we traded for Bob Baylor earlier in the year. And so we're going to go ahead and get the game started here. As always, like and subscribe if you're enjoying our content. We do not have Dan Schatzeder today, because Schatzy went 2 1/3 innings yesterday and actually got our player of the game, considering he was the only Tiger player who did anything. And so we do have Jack Morris on the mound, as we mentioned. And here's today's lineup versus righty Dave Lemanczyk. The only difference is I want to put Omar Moreno back in there. And otherwise, yeah, this is our everyday lineup versus righties. So let's go ahead and get the stats here, and then I will do the Toronto Blue Jay lineup rundown. And then over here on the right side, you'll find the 1980 Topps baseball card that represents that player. So leading off and playing right field today is Lynn Jones. Batting second and in center field is Rick Bossetti. Batting third and DHing is Tim Corcoran. Batting cleanup and catching is Ernie Whitt. Batting fifth and playing first base is Boomer Wells. Batting sixth and playing third base is Roy Howell. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Steve Davis. Batting eighth and in left field is Al Woods. And batting ninth and playing second base is Garth Orge. And on the mound for Detroit is Jack Morris. Here's his stats. This is start number 21 for him. He's 11-6 with a 3.79 ERA. He's reached the 100 strikeout mark. And opponents are batting .263 overall against him. He's got 2 complete games. He has won, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of his last 11 decisions. So he's on quite a roll right now. And against his former teammate, Lynn Jones and Tim Corcoran, hopefully we'll have some success today. So leading off, here's Lynn Jones. He started on our team in right field and as a 4th outfielder for us, as he gets a double to lead off the game against Morris. So already a runner in scoring position, and here's Rick Bossetti. Bossetti grounds it to Hebner, and Hebner holds a runner and gets Bossetti at first, so 1 down. And here's Tim Corcoran playing DH for the Blue Jays. Corcoran's going to fly out to Moreno in center field, not deep enough to get Jones to third. So 2 down for Ernie Whitt. Ernie Whitt is a Tiger killer. He's 3 for 8 with a home run against Morris this year. Although he's only batting .219 overall, he does lead the team in home runs with 10. And so here's the Tigers lineup for today. Batting first and playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and at third base is Richie Hebner. Batting cleanup and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting seventh and DHing today is Carlton Fisk. Batting eighth and playing first base is Jason Thompson. And batting ninth and in center field is Omar Marino. And on the mound for the Blue Jays is Dave Lemanczyk, former Detroit Tiger. His record is 4-6 with a 4.59 ERA through 17 starts. Opponents are batting .287 against him, and he has 4 complete games on the year. So here's Sweet Lou leading off. He's 2 for 6 against Lemanchek this year. And he strikes out swinging to start off the game. So 1 down. Here's Trammell. Trammell's going to pop it up on the infield. Tigers could only manage 3 hits yesterday against John Tudor, as they were shut out 4-0. Tudor had faced a minimum through 6 innings. As Richie Hebner comes up, and he grounds it to short, and Davis has it for the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Lemanchek, and we head to the top of the 2nd. Here's Greg Wells, also known as Boomer Wells. And Wells hits a high fly ball into left center field. Kemp has it for the 1st out. So 1 down for Roy Howell, who's had some success against Morris. He's 4 for 9. He's going to walk in this at bat. So runner in first for Steve Davis. Steve Davis, we don't have a photograph of him, and that's why you didn't see a baseball card representing him. He was a career minor leaguer who came up and just got a couple of bats in the majors, and that was it. And there he goes, grounding into a double play, and that ends the 2nd inning. We top of the 2nd inning. So we head to the bottom of the 2nd, and Steve Kemp's going to lead it off. Kemp's going to walk. It's the 1st walk for Lemanchek. So runner in first for Parrish. He's 2 for 6 with a home run against Lemanchek, but he's in a huge power outage. As he gets a base hit to right field, he's still making good contact with almost a .270 batting average. So 1st and 3rd, here's Gary Hancock, who also has a home run against Dave Lemanchek. We're gonna hit and run to stay out of the double play with Parrish at first, and that's going to work as Hancock gets a base hit through the right side. A run scores. Parrish goes to 3rd. It's an RBI for Hancock, and there's still no outs. And although Fisk was shut down yesterday like everybody else, he's still our hottest hitter right now, as he grounds it to 1st, and they only get the runner at 2nd. The run from 3rd scores, and it's 2-0 as Fisk gets the RBI. So 1 down, runner at 1st for JT. And Thompson hits a high fly ball, and it is gone to right field, 355 feet. It's a 2-run shot. That is Thompson's 7th home run of the year. And there's still just 1 down. Tigers lead 4-0 for Marino. And Marino flies out to center field for the 2nd out. So 2 down. Here's Sweet Lou back to the top of the lineup. And Whitaker pops it up on the infield. And the 3rd baseman has it for the 3rd out. So we head to the top of the 3rd. Morris is at 26 pitches, so he's been efficient. Elwood leads off the inning. He grounds it to Trammell at short. That's 1 down. That brings up number 9 hitter Garth Orge. Orge rips it to left field. It's on a line, and Kemp has it for the 2nd out. So 2 down, and here's Lynn Jones, who led off the game with a double. He has the only hit for the Blue Jays. And he grounds it to Thompson at first, and a 1-2-3 inning for Morris. And now we head to the bottom of the third. Trammell comes to the plate, looking for his first hit against Lemanchek. And he hits a high fly ball to left. That's one down. Next up is Richie Hebner. And Hebner's going to pop it up just past the mound to short. And Davis has it for the second out. So 2 down. Here's Steve Kemp. And Kemp's going to get a base hit to center field. So runner at first. Lance Parrish coming to the plate. He had a base hit earlier in the game. And he strikes out on an inside pitch. So we head to the top of the fourth. Score is still 4-0. Here's Rick Bassetti, 3 for 11 against Morris this year. And he goes down swinging. That's the first strikeout for Morris. Next up is Tim Corcoran with 1 down. And he hits a high fly ball to right field. And it's the second out. So 2 down for Ernie Witt. And Witt grounds it to Whitaker. Another 1-2-3 inning. This game's moving along. So Lemanchek sitting at 54 pitches here in the bottom of the fourth. Hancock leads off with a base hit to center field. And that is the second hit for Hancock today. Runner at first. Here's Carlton Fisk. Fisk is 0 for 7 against Lemanchek. And there we go. There's a base hit into the right center field gap. Fisk stretches it to a double. Hancock stops at third. And we have runners in scoring position with nobody out. And here's Thompson, who had the home run earlier. That was his second home run against Lemanchek. Actually, 2 of his 3 hits against him are homers. And he turns on the ball, grounds it right back to Lemanchek. Lemanchek holds the runners and goes to first, gets the first out. So 1 down. We're going to have Moreno pull the ball to first. That should get a run in if he does. There we go. That'll get the run in from third. And Fisk advances to third. So 2 down. Score is 5-0 as Moreno gets the RBI. Sweet Lou's up, and Lou is popping it straight up at home plate. Oh, it is actually dropped by the pitcher. Maybe the catcher should have called that. That's the 6th run scoring as Whitaker's safe at first. So 6-0. And the Blue Jays are their own worst enemy right now. As Trammell extends the inning by getting a base hit. Runners at first and second. Here's Richie Hebner, 2 down. And he hits, wow, a high fly ball to center field. And that's going to die out there in deep center field, 378 feet. And that ends the inning. We're heading to the top of the 5th. Score is 6-0. Greg Wells will lead off the inning, and he flies to center field. And Moreno has it. That's 1 down. Next up is Roy Howell. Howell's popping it to center. And Moreno has that one. So that's 2 down. Here's Steve Davis. Davis strikes out looking. That's Morris' second K. And we're heading to the bottom of the 5th. So here's Steve Kemp. 2 for 6 against Lemanchek this year. And he grounds it to Davis. That's 1 down. Next up is Parrish. And Parrish takes a 3rd strike looking. That's 3 Ks for Lemanchek. So 2 outs for Gary Hancock. And Hancock grounds it to Davis. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. So we head to the top of the 6th. We're up 6-0. We're going to pull up the game stats now. Hancock with 2 hits and an RBI. Sort of got the lead for player of the game so far. Or maybe we have to give it to Thompson with his home run. At any rate, too early to call. So here's Al Woods, leading off the top of the 6th. And Woods grounds it to short. Trammell has it, and that's the first out. So 1 down for the number 9 hitter, Garth Orge. He grounds it to Hebner. And that's 2 outs. And so with 2 outs, here comes Lynn Jones. And Lynn Jones lines it right to Thompson at first. And another 1-2-3 inning. Blue Jays only have 1 hit so far. And we head to the bottom of the 6th as Carlton Fisk leads off the inning against Lemanchek. And Lemanchek pitches a fastball to Fisk, and he flies out to left field. So 1 down. And JT goes down swinging. So he's got a home run and 2 Ks as Lemanchek gets his 4th strikeout. So 2 outs for Omar Marino. And Marino just hits a bleeder right into center field. And we got the speedy guy on base now. That's his first hit of the game. So with 2 outs, Lou Whitaker comes to the plate. Lemanchek is now listed as tired as Whitaker grounds it to third, and that is the 3rd out. So to the top of the 9th, top of the 7th, Rick Buscetti will lead it off. And he pops it up to Whitaker at second. Oh, and Whitaker drops it for an error. We have been terrible defensively, especially in that Boston series. So now we have a runner at first, nobody out. Here's Tim Corcoran. And Corcoran's going to bloop it over the second baseman's head. And Hancock is going to make a catch in the right field, in short right field, and that's the first out. So 1 down for Ernie Witt. Buscetti's at first. And Witt hits a high fly ball in the left center field. And Kemp has it for the 2nd out. So 2 down. And here's Greg Wells. Oh, and Morris pitches it really far outside. And that's ball 4. So runners at first and second for Roy Howell. Howell does have an 84 power, so he's above average. But he's going to ground it to Whitaker, and he makes a smooth transition and gets him out at first. So no damage done, as now the Blue Jays are bringing in Greg Thayer. Thayer, this is his 14th game. He's 1-2 with a 4.44 ERA. Opponents are batting .276 against him, and he's got 3 saves in 6 opportunities. And Alan Trammell will lead off the bottom of the 7th. Score is 6-0. And Trammell strikes out swinging. So 1 down for Hebner. And he strikes out swinging. So back-to-back Ks for Thayer. That will bring up Steve Kemp, 1 for 2 today with a walk. He pops it up, and that is the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Thayer. Morris is at 90 pitches as Steve Davis steps in here in the top of the 8th. Davis hits a line drive to left field, and Kemp has it for the 1st out. So 1 down for Al Woods. Woods 0 for 2 today, as Woods gets a base hit to center field. And there's the 2nd hit against Morris. So 1 down, runner at first. See if we can turn a double play against Orge. Nope, Orge is going to strike out. That's the 3rd K for Morris today. So 2 down for Lynn Jones. And Jones will get his 2nd hit as he gets a base hit to center field. And now Morris is at 107 pitches with Rick Buscetti coming up. He's 3 for 13 against Morris overall. 2 down, and he grounds it to Thompson at first, and he steps on the bag for the 3rd out. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Still 6-0. Lance Parrish leads off. And he takes that hanging curveball and he gets a double into left center field. And Parrish is in scoring position at second with Gary Hancock coming to the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. Pops it straight up, and it is on the outfield grass at short. So it's caught by Davis for 1 out. Here's Carlton Fisk. Fisk is going to bloop it right over the second baseman's head, but it is caught by the right fielder. That's 2 outs. Wasn't deep enough to get Parrish to third. It's going to leave it up to JT, and JT strikes out looking. As we head to the top of the ninth, 6-0, only 3 hits against Morris. We're going to let him finish it out if he can. We've got 2 lefties to contend with Tim Corcoran leading off. And Corcoran grounds it to short. Trammell has it for the first out. And here's Ernie Witt, who's had some success against Morris. But here he grounds it to Trammell as well, and that's 2 down. It's going to be up to Boomer Wells. 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Shutout on the line. And he hits a lazy fly ball to right center field, and it is caught by the right fielder, Gary Hancock, and that is the game. Tigers win 6-0. A nice bounce back game after their 4-0 loss yesterday. And let's see if there's any transactions. Nothing here. Jim Clancy, who's a starter for Toronto, is injured for 4 days, so we're not going to see him this series. And so we're going to pull up the box score here. We did gain a game back on the Yankees, so we're 4 games back. Here's the box score. Only a week to go before the trade deadline, so I'm wondering if we're going to see a flurry of trades here. I would like to make one more trade, perhaps for another relief pitcher, but I guess we'll see how that plays out, as Jack Morris will get the player of the game, getting the shutout, only giving up 3 hits and 2 walks. Nice job by him. JT gets the home run, a 2-run shot, and a double by Parrish and Fisk. So a good game all around. Dave Lemanczyk takes the loss. He's 4-7 now. And so that's going to be it here from Tiger Stadium. We'll be back tomorrow with the second game of the series. So until then, everyone, have a great night.